certain young person was having a birthday.
My son, sir.
Now, how old was your son?
12 years old.
You decided to have this birthday party at, what is it, a motel or a hotel or what?
Yes, it's a hotel with like a resort in the inside.
Okay, they had a pool.
Yes.
Now, there was somebody else that was giving a child a birthday party there that same day, is that right?
That's correct.
You became concerned about some horseplay relative to the guests at the other birthday party as they concerned the children at your party, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, someone apparently became upset with you. Who was that?
That was Sherman's wife. She started cursing me out, calling me names, saying that she knew me. However, I didn't know who this character was.
What did you do?
I walked away from the situation to go back to my hotel room. She followed me and charged at me from behind.
Something happens later.
We're on the night of October 20.
October.
Yes.
Now, is this your sister over here?
Yes, it is.
All right, now you're the one this happens to. You come up here, or allegedly happens to. What's your name again?
Jeanette Lewis.
Now, what happens to you in October?
I went to dinner with a friend, and then we stopped at a local bar. And my friend said she kept walking past me. She moved the table out the way, and she punched me in the face. I was only in there with one guy, but she said that me and 5 guys or something jumped on her.
When you leave, does she follow you, or?
I was trying to leave. As I was leaving, she was still waiting outside, you know, proceeding that she was going to fight me again.
What did you next do?
I called my sister because I knew she would be at work that night, just to ask her, what should I do? She said, you should call the police. I went up to her workplace because...
She was at work?
Yes.
Did she show up?
They both showed up at the same time.
Where are you at this point? Inside?
I'm inside my store. The defendant was outside bashing my car up, but I did not.
That's what brought it to your attention.
Exactly. When I heard a few bangs from outside, but as I can look up, after I heard the glass breaking in my car.
What kind of car did you have?
A 2000 convertible Mustang. This is how my car looked before. This is how my car looked after he was done.
Did we load those up? That's them. That's the before. It looks kind of ragged around the back parts.
Sir, there was nothing on the car untouched.
Right rear fender.
All the tail lights, headlights, everything.
Now,
was
what
busted.
was he breaking the windows and denting it with?
He had a sledgehammer.
All right. What did you do?
Well, before I can do anything, I was out on the floor with putting away stock. The wife came inside the store. And
As he's busting your car.
As he's busting my car up. She comes inside the store and attacks me. Maybe like 30 seconds later, he comes in with a sledgehammer.
With the sledgehammer?
Slinging the sledgehammer at everyone in the store because there were other people in the store. There
Customers.
were customers in the store.
And he's swinging this 5-pound sledge at the customers.
Right, well, they're trying to break up the altercation, but he's swinging the
Between his
sledgehammer.
wife and you, but he's waving them off.
Right, but that's how I got gazed in the head with
What,
the
gazed?
sledgehammer.
He hit you with the sledge?
Yes.
You got grazed.
I got grazed on the temple, on my left temple with the sledgehammer.
You went to the emergency room.
Yes, I
mean,
did,
when you
sir.
say you got grazed, obviously you didn't get hit solidly with a 5-pound sledge, you wouldn't be here.
That's correct.
What injury did you suffer?
I had a knot on my left temple that was, here's my discharge papers, I had a contusion.
That's a bruise.
Right, on my temple. Yes, I do have my hospital papers in which they are still unpaid for. My insurance paid most of it, but I did have a deductible that needed to be paid.
Now let's go to the defendant. What in the world do you have to say about this?
I've been with my wife for 15 years. I mean, whenever I need her, she's there for me. So I had to be there for her.
Well, what were you there for her for?
Bust the windows out.
Why were you going to bust the windows out?
Because I didn't want to put my hands on them.
Well, why would you even assist in your wife getting into a physical altercation with another woman in public And then why would you put your wife in a vehicle and drive her to the scene of this foolishness?
Alexis.
Alexis. The Lexus, and you start smashing up her Mustang.
Like he's Donkey Kong or somebody. I mean, I'm just...
That's a little far in the past. It's been a while since you played. You left your youth. But in any event, I can just see this Mustang being subjected to these blows with this sledgehammer. Why did you bring the sledgehammer?
I keep a sledgehammer in my car.
Why?
I'm a mechanic. I was working on a car earlier that day.
Your Honor, he don't even have a job.
Yes, I do.
What job?
Working on cars. I'm a mechanic.
Why come you told the judge that you were disabled, but you hadn't brought in the disability papers? Now you tell me you're employed? So what is it? You had a job or you didn't have a job?
I did
Because
have
it
a job.
appears you told him you didn't.
Well, I told him I got a job.
He had a good lawyer. That's what he had.
Well, actually, you're under oath subject to penalties of perjury, and your testimony is that you are gainfully employed, have been gainfully employed, and you haven't made restitution that you were ordered to make in the amount of $8,300 for the Mustang. But we're not here for the property damage. We're here for the personal injury. Now, what's wrong with you?
Nothing.
You're a big man. You got two women fighting. Look at her. Your wife bigger than that?
2 times my size.
So you got a big old wife at home, and a little lady like that she's gonna jump on. So why you come and you can't handle him, you're gonna bring a sledgehammer that you just happen to have in your car so you can go do work as a mechanic. You trash the Mustang. Why do you walk into the convenience store with the sledge in your hand?
I was intoxicated.
Why do you swing at the customers with the sledgehammer?
I was intoxicated.
And what about swinging at her?
I ain't touched her with the hammer.
You hit her.
You hit me. He hit
I ain't touched her
me
with a hammer.
Your plea bargain was to aggravated assault, a felony. What is your problem? You are a sociopath.
What's your problem?
Crazy.
That's exactly what you are.
And then you get a crazy check.
This is what I'm referring to. See, look, defendant ordered to bring copies of disability forms to probation department for verification. What sickens me is as large as you are, you find it in you to go take a sledgehammer to a scant woman. Instead of protecting that woman, you try to do her in to murder her, which is what it is, plain and simple. Second thing, you don't control your own wife, and you participate in being an accomplice to transporting her so she can continue this abject foolishness of trying to get engaged in a fight with another woman. You have any children with this woman?
Yes.
How many boys?
One boy, one gal.
How old is that boy?
9.
9. What kind of example, what kind of comportment as a man is that young lad going to grow up to demonstrate if his mother is going around getting in multiple fist fights because someone simply approached one older teenage child in a swimming pool to say, don't dunk the 12-year-olds underwater and hold them down until they start choking? Don't you know what men are supposed to be about? Men are supposed to be the fountain from which all order in the community comes. Now, we have 2 things here. I rule a separate incident leading to your personal injury. You also pled that you suffered vandalism to your car. Now, you've only got restitution.
Yes.
Okay, I'll find that there's $1,000 worth of damage to that vehicle. I will also, since your jurisdictional limit is only $3,000, award you $2,000 in punitive as to the property damage. I will award you $1 grand likewise for personal injury and another $2,000 in punitive damages, so your total recovery is going to be $6,000. That's $3,000 for each case. And I'm going to forward a copy of this to the good judge in question wherein he testified that he's employed and has been since 2003, and he advised the court under oath that he's disabled. I want him to do some penitentiary time.
Ain't gonna do it.
Hang on just a moment. Ladies, I'm going to have you go out there in just one moment.
The defendant